Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cavaliers offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer,
continues to fight for yards. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
and I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the champion.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Dropping back, it's Best. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And that one falls incomplete. Stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some movement.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have enough to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
This time on target.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Hauls it in. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Seminoles are marching down the field. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Looking to pass. It's Best. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, no! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Under fire. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. This crowd trying to do it's hard to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That brings them to within 1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 4 over LSU. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get...
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Best. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got it. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. There he goes. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And this guy's like tackling a tree stump, man. He's just so thick, so compact, just continues to break tackle after tackle. You want to bring those arm tackles? They're not going to work. You better bring your whole body, and you better bring a friend.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it.
Turning it on. Coming through that third down conversion. Get at the 43.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's best. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward and inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. This will likely be the last play of the half. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw its best. Puts it out of the air. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. And the Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This is not a straight-on kick. A 42. They got it. It's blocked. He didn't get it, and what a stop by this defense to get the football back.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your day, dog.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires to the big fella. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They want to run this quarterback. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Brings up second down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Looking for space to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
So that going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Best. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're facing a 3rd down. Here we go. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punt.
They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cavaliers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go with a direct snap. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the big fella.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the handoff. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Blasted as he lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Dropping back, it's Best. Flushed out of the pocket. He's in open space downfield. Quarterback got it himself. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hands it off on the counter. Finding an escape route. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Allen. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Knowles in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Knoll Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And the returner goes down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of him. He's going for it all. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he's going to go down at the 1.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now they'll try the right side. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. He'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And a down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Noles are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On target over the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Seminoles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game? And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run pass.
Beck's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Power football with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. He's at the 10. And that's how you finish it off. scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For Dave